Welcome back to video number 4. This time we'll be covering the ears, which on this particular kit comes like this. So it's basically the ear caps on risers when they vac form, and it's a fairly complex shape because there's a flat bit and then the curves around the cheeks for the helmet. So you go back to the reference images and have a look at it. The ear caps are actually really flat. So based on that, and as well as an impression from when you actually look at the vac form piece, you can actually pencil out roughly where you want to go. Okay, and what I do is I use a combination of tools for this part. I use the Dremel cutting disc, I use the sanding drum, I use a bit of score and snap, and I use the Lexan scissors as well. So to begin with, I've already done one, but I'll show you what I do. So with the Dremel, because it's quite a complex shape, you want a rough cut with lots of space in between. I tend to use quite a slow revolution so that I can control it as well. Basically using pencil mark as an outline, I Dremel out the ear cap. Now because that's a complex curve there, I merely cut a straight line, and that's where the other tools will come in useful later on, alright? There we go, and I'll complete this and I'll show you the rest in a minute. So that's me Dremeled around the whole thing. Take it off, but check away. Now, because we used the Dremel cutting tool, there's a little bit of burrs around it, so you do need to clean that up. And I'll show you what I do next. So like I said, it's a fairly complex shape around the curve there. So I use the scissors to basically cut it mostly out again. But even the Lexan can cope with all of it. And eventually I actually combine it with a little bit of score and snap as well. So score lightly with detail, then a deeper mark to actually cut the plastic, and then the actual snap bit. You blend it and it snaps. There we go, easy peasy. Same with the other side of the ear, and cutting it out again. And again, this fine part is actually just for cutting out at the moment. So what I do is I actually cut it just a few millimeters from the edge, because the last bit of cleaning and fine detailing I will sand drum so that I can get a nice finish. So that's scored, snapped, and done. So I'll fast forward to that bit when I finish on both sides, and I'll show you what else I do after that. Alright, so what we have now are the ears roughly cut out. You can still see the pencil line to which I had drawn to. It's got burr ends at the end, and it still needs some smoothing, so that's where the sand drum comes in. At this point you normally have the helmet near you, so that you can basically Dremel up the shape based on how it fits onto the helmet. But I've done this a few times, so I'm just going to Dremel it out, and I'll show you in the fitting part what I mean about fitting the ear caps to the helmet itself. So again, fairly low speed. And what you do is you basically sand it down to the line. And at the same time you sand out any other burr ends and unevenness. Okay. and that is one surface basically done. I'll finish the rest and I'll show you the finished product at the end, alright? So this is just a really good example of what we use the Dremel for. So you can see the curve and the pencil line, and I basically slowly sand down onto it. Gently progressing, keeping the curve there, making sure I don't overturn. There we go. So obviously this is the way I do it. You don't necessarily have to do it this way. I'm quite lazy. I just want to do things quick. I used to Dremel a lot. So you could actually just use your hobby knife to slowly carve away at it, or even take it slower, but you know, I'm quite happy with those results. Those are the ears ready now. And it's a slow process. Like I said, I think that's ready, but then I'll take the helmet out and unoffer it, and then if there are bits that are standing out, I'll sit here and sand them slowly away until they fit nicely. So we'll see that later on in video number 5. Thanks very much for watching.